Hi Virgo, the beginning of the video got messed up and this is a much later time and you'll notice the sun is different, but I had to redo it, so I'll begin. Today we're going to look at August 9th, 2025, and that's the full moon in Aquarius. And we're going to look at Virgo, sun, moon, and rising with specific messages for each. We'll look at numerology, astrology, and the tarot cards, and we'll end the reading with advice for your sign. And in the description box below, I have links for meditations for each of these tarot cards that I drew for you today. And if you feel seen today, please subscribe and stay tuned for your next reading. Tell me what messages hit home today, and let's talk about it in the comments. I read all the comments, and I will reply to each and every one. So thank y'all. We're going to start with numerology. The number for that day is the number 8, and it's the number of inner strength, manifestation, and personal authority. So for Virgo, this is a day to embrace your own mental clarity and discernment. The number 8 reminds you that your focus and analysis can be used to build and to release what's no longer needed. So you might take a bold step towards resolving a long-standing issue, either in your personal growth or a decision you've been overthinking. What? Virgo? Whether it's clearly emotional clutter or cleaning up a lingering task, today's energy asks for confident follow-through. Let's look at astrology. So the full moon illuminates your 6th house, your natural Virgo domain of work, health, service, and daily routines. And it's a call to reflect, to adjust, and refine how your everyday life supports your well-being. So let's start with the sun. And the sun is in Leo, and that's your 12th house. So that's going to talk about subconscious and rest and spiritual processing. So the sun is shining light into your inner world, what you normally keep private or unconscious. This pairing invites a beautiful balance between inner healing and external responsibility. So you might realize a burnout pattern has been sabotaging your productivity, or that you've been emotionally carrying too much without adequate rest. Here's the moon. So the moon is in Aquarius, that's your 6th house, and that's going to talk about habits and health and service. So this full moon brings insights into your habits and your work-life boundaries or how you serve others. It may highlight where your service to others has outpaced your care for yourself. So you could finally admit that a work routine is unsustainable, or that you've been giving more than receiving in a relationship or a job. And then we got Mercury. Mercury is in Virgo, that's your 1st house, and that's going to talk about clarity and logic and self-expression. So your ruling planet is in your sign, giving you sharp mental clarity. You're able to express yourself clearly and solve problems with efficiency and grace. So you may update your website or write a clarifying message or finally figure out how to communicate your needs without over-explaining. Venus. Venus is in Leo. Remember, that's your 12th house. 12th house. That's going to talk about hidden beauty and inner softness. So you may be drawn toward private beauty rituals or quiet moments of self-love. There's a gentle pull to soften and retreat inwards, so you might spend the evening journaling or meditating or revisiting old dreams in a peaceful setting. Then we got Mars. Mars is in Gemini, your 10th house. That's going to talk about ambition and career drive. So Mars stirs ambition in your career and reputation. You're thinking ahead, making plans, and possibly reworking the structure of your professional life. So you could initiate a conversation with a boss, or plan a career pivot, or feel fired up about upgrading your public presence. Let's look at the tarot cards. The first one I pulled, is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords talks about curiosity and truth-seeking and mental agility. So this page is your inner detective. It's alert and curious and mentally active. You're being called to ask questions, do research, and investigate something that's been puzzling you. You might find yourself looking into a new study or checking out information on a decision you've been avoiding, or finally addressing something someone said that didn't sit right. You're gathering facts, and your intuition is turned on. Wow, okay, here's the moon. So the moon talks about uncertainty and intuition and hidden truths. So the moon card reveals illusions and subconscious patterns or fears that distort perception. So something isn't quite what it seems, and your intuition knows where to look. So you might feel confused about a situation, a relationship, or a decision, and you sense there's more under the surface. And this card says, trust that instinct. Truth is bubbling up, slowly but surely. So here's the advice. Don't rush clarity. Sit with your intuition. Let emotions rise and pass before making a decision. Things will become clearer with time. Then we have, you are Judgment. Judgment is about awakening and self-honesty and second chances. So judgment is a spiritual wake-up call. It signals a time of reckoning when you finally see the truth about something and feel ready to move forward, renewed and more aware. So you might reflect on a past relationship or a decision or a phase in life and realize how much you've grown. So this card invites you to forgive yourself. Release guilt and embrace your evolution. So here's the advice. Look back only to understand, not to punish yourself. This is a moment to rise above old cycles and choose with clear eyes and an open heart. So let's talk about how this day is going to affect Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Virgo Sun. You may feel extra mentally alert today, picking up patterns others don't see. However, the emotional fog of the moon may make you second-guess yourself. So stay grounded and follow your inner compass. So for example, you might obsess over small details or question someone's intentions, but the deeper truth will emerge if you step back and observe instead of analyze. Virgo Moon. Emotionally, this full moon stirs up intuitive insights, vivid dreams, and old memories. Your heart is speaking through whispers, not logic. So you could have a sudden emotional epiphany or remember something from the past that now makes total sense. Trust your gut. It's not paranoia, it's perception. Virgo Rising. Outwardly, you come across as focused and composed, but inwardly, you're going through a significant mental and emotional recalibration. Others may ask for your help or expertise, unaware that you're privately questioning everything. Don't be afraid to take space to process before offering advice. So here's a summary for what this day means to Virgo. So this full moon in Aquarius reveals the disconnect between your inner clarity and your outer confusion. The tarot reminds you to stay curious, trust your intuition, and release the past with self-compassion. So the Page of Swords invites curiosity and mental sharpness. Use it to gather clarity. The moon asks you to sit with emotional uncertainty. Truth is emerging, but not all at once. And Judgment signals a personal awakening. Release the past and step into your new version. Here's the real life takeaway. Stay curious and question what doesn't sit right. Let emotions rise without forcing clarity. Your truth is coming. Forgive the past, release guilt, and allow yourself to evolve freely. So here's the advice for Virgo on this day. You're not meant to have all the answers today. You're meant to ask better questions. Listen more deeply and trust that what's unclear now will make perfect sense in hindsight. Rise gently, but do rise. Thank you, Virgo. And I hope to see you in another reading. So let's look at Leo. No, like, what? You know what I need? That's what I need. See the shadow? Yeah, great. Okay. Mercury is in Virgo. Why? What's going on? And forget the past. Release guilt. No. Just... I'm gonna get this right. I really am. Okay.